What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chiefs Chat. Today we're doing the Chiefs versus Raiders game preview. Okay, last week against the Buccaneers, we had a Sunday night football game, okay? You know, everybody's watching, okay? It's the only football game going on. Okay, we've got the eyes of the nation on the Chiefs, and that was really an opportunity for us to step up and show the nation what we were really about. You know, show everybody in America watching this football game that the 2022 Chiefs were here, man. And we did a great job, okay? We dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, it wasn't even close. And, you know, here in Week 5 against the Raiders, we have another golden opportunity to show the nation that we're here, okay? Monday Night Football, everyone's going to be watching, and we're going against the Raiders. I mean, you know, things could not be set up more perfectly than this, okay? Division rival, you know, I always love playing the Raiders. You know, it's a great rivalry, you know, one of the best in the NFL. And here we are, man. You know, the Raiders right now going into the game 1-3. The Chiefs, obviously, were 3-1, looking pretty solid, you know? But one thing I will say is, you know, and I feel like I have to say this every week, especially early in the season, you know, the Raiders are 1-3. Like, no, that's not very good. That's not a very good record. 1 wins and 3 losses. That's not good. That's not very good at all, okay? But the Raiders are a good football team. A lot of people, you know, kind of rubbed them off after they started 0-3, you know, especially since they were the only team in the National Football League who hadn't won a game, you know, before Week 4, okay? And it's just, you know, yeah, that's true, you know, and they've had somewhat of a rough start, but this is a good football team, okay? I've seen it all season, okay? Even though they're losing these games, they're losing them by only, you know, a few points, you know, and they could just as easily be undefeated right now. I truly believe that, okay? So this is not a team that we should take lightly. You know, this is the Raiders, okay? They were pretty solid last year. They were a playoff team last year, and that's just something that we can't forget. You know, we cannot forget that. Derek Carr, you know, Devontae Adams on that team now, okay, they've got a pretty solid squad. And that is something that we cannot disregard, okay, going into this week. You know, I mean, a lot of people might think differently, but I will point to what happened last season with the Chiefs. You know, through 5 weeks of the season, people were talking about how the Chiefs weren't going to make the playoffs. People thought the Chiefs were done, okay? People thought Patrick Mahomes was playing like one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, okay? And what happened, okay? What ended up happening once the rest of the season played out, okay? That's all I'm going to really say. Because this happened with the Colts. You know, a lot of people disregarded the Colts. I think there was somewhat of an energy in the locker room, you know, among the coaches, you know, that kind of suggested that, you know, we were looking at that Colts game saying, who cares, you know? This is the Colts. They're really struggling, you know, and we really didn't attack that game with the mentality that we should have. So I don't want us to make that mistake again. Yes, they're 1-3. It's not very good, you know? Yes, we're at Arrowhead Stadium. We need to feed off of the energy of the fans, man. And the fans, okay, we need to bring it, man. As fans of this football team, we need to bring the energy, okay? Because this game, yes, the Raiders are struggling, but this is important. This is an important division game, you know, one of the oldest, longest, you know, one of the best rivalries in the NFL. We got to bring the energy on Monday night, okay? It's a big game. And we can't disregard this team. We absolutely cannot. Despite the fact that last season, in both of the games that we played against the Raiders, we crushed them, okay? It was embarrassing for them. But they do have Devontae Adams now, okay? So I expect them to put up more of a fight. I definitely do expect them to put up more of a fight. I was honestly surprised that they weren't able to put up more of a fight last season in those 2 games that we played them. But you know what, man? It's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you're just not on your A game, and I can respect that. I can understand that. I can acknowledge that because I know that this Raiders team is a lot better than their record suggests. I just know it, okay? So, going into this game, I want us to attack. I want us to be ready. I want us to feed off of the energy of the fans in that building because that is our biggest advantage. You know, as fans, as a team, okay? That is one of our biggest advantages, being able to feed off of the team, feed off of the energy that's in that stadium. Okay, it's great energy. It's just fantastic. So, you know, in terms of how I want the players to perform, I just want us to go out there and be ready, attack, you know, have energy, especially that defensive line, because I know Derek Carr isn't the most mobile quarterback. If we can get there quick, shut him down, then everything else stops. Okay, that's exactly what I want to see from this defensive line. You know, it all starts with the D line. You know, and really, when you take a look at what's going on an NFL football field, on every single play that we watch, the first thing that I'm looking at, you know, especially when the Chiefs are on defense, is what's Chris Jones doing? What's Frank Clark doing? You know, what's George Karlaftis doing? Are we creating pressure? Because that's the most important thing on defense. Honestly, if you ask me, that is the most important thing. Because when they drop back to pass, even if you've got Devontae Adams wide open, you're not going to be able to throw him the ball if you've got Chris Jones in your face. Okay, so let's really emphasize getting to the quarterback. I want to see that. I definitely do want to see that. I also want to see our running game continue to improve. Okay, last week we had a great week against the Buccaneers. I want to see that continue to just go through the roof. I want to see it. Okay, Isaiah Pacheco had a fantastic game last week. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a fantastic game last week. I want to see it. I want to see it continue. You know, and I also want to see these rookies get more involved, because last week, you know, and I was really happy to see this, we saw Sky Moore and Isaiah Pacheco take the field more than they ever have so far in their NFL career. I want to see that continue. I want to see Sky Moore get a few more receptions. I want to see Isaiah Pacheco get at least 10 carries, because these players are special. You know, these are great players that we've got on our team, and I believe in these guys. I really do, okay? So, I definitely want to see that. I want to see the Mahomes to Kelsey connection really start to, you know, take another level, because we all know it can get to that next level. I mean, it's already been fantastic for the first few weeks of the season. Let's see Travis Kelce get like 3 touchdowns. That'd be awesome. Okay, especially since he's on my fantasy team. But I mean, you know, as a Chiefs fan, I would want to see that either way. So, unless I was playing Travis Kelce in fantasy. But honestly, you know, the game is a lot more important than fantasy. So, I would be happy with that, regardless of my situation in fantasy. But especially this week, I've got Travis Kelce in fantasy. I want to see him ball out. Okay, so, but yeah, you know, really, I'm super excited about this game. Monday night, man, everyone's going to be watching. Okay? And one thing I do want to say, you know, I want us to get to a point where the Chiefs are dominating so much, okay, just crushing teams, you know, blowing them out of the water, similar to what we did in Week 1 against the Cardinals. I want to see us do that consistently enough for the Tyreek Hill narrative to just end, because I'm just sick of it, you know? I'm kind of sick of it. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but every single Chiefs game I watch, okay, the announcers are getting ready for the game. They're you know, they're talking about the storylines. You know, what are the Chiefs going to do? What is the opposing team going to do? And they always get to a point where they're talking about what are the Chiefs going to be able to do this week without Tyreek Hill? You know, and I'm starting to get tired of it. Like, this trade happened months ago. Can we move on? You know, can we look at this Chiefs team and finally be able to say they don't need Tyreek Hill? Can we end this narrative, please, okay? I know it's a hot topic. I know everyone wants to talk about it. But, I mean, I'm getting a little sick of it as a Chiefs fan. You know, every single game. You know, it could be like a 5-yard run up the middle for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and they'll be like, well, that might have been 6 or 7 yards if they had Tyreek Hill on the field. You know, it's like, can the narrative end? You know, how long is it going to take for them to just drop it? I'm not sure. You know, because it's been going on all season. You know, yes, the Chiefs, we don't have Tyreek Hill anymore, but can we finally move past that? We're still playing great football, and we're still dominating. I mean, we're still playing fantastic. The offense is still an incredible offense. Travis Kelce has really been picking up the slack. Juju has been doing a great job. We're doing a great job of spreading the ball around and getting everybody involved, and that is the identity of our offense now, okay? So that's all I ask, man. I just want to see the Tyreek Hill narrative finally end. It seems like it's everywhere. But, you know, besides that, okay, I'm excited for this game. I'm super pumped up, man. Arrowhead Stadium, Monday night, the atmosphere could not be better. So I'm super excited. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next Chiefs Chat.